What up, Laker Nation? You here with your host Kareem. How you guys doing? I'm up late. Um, Jeanie Buss did it again. She pissed off another former Laker. First was Shaq. Shaq was pissed off that he got left off the all-time most impactful Lakers in history on Matt Barnes and Stevens Jackson's show, All the Smoke. Now Jerry West. Now I've been a long time Laker fan. Jerry West always been mild, cool, collective. He don't really care about the what people say and things like that. This really pissed him off. It insulted him. Um, I'm pretty sure he don't have a problem with Kareem being on that list. I'm pretty sure he don't have a problem with Magic or Kobe on that list. I can't speak for him, but I know if it's a private conversation, he talked to somebody, he don't have a problem with those three on the list. Now, Phil Jackson, I think he would have been as mad as Phil because he know Phil had a relationship with Jeanie, so he kind of maybe expect Phil to be up there and feel impact. But LeBron James, like I said, 3 years with the Lakers. This year was a subpar season. The first year was a subpar season. Last year was a good season. Okay, we got one title. No telling what's gonna happen right now. Um, Jeanie doing a lot of capping, and I think she's definitely out of pocket. I hope this thing really reach it and get back to her where she could explain herself. Why would she put LeBron impactful? Now I'm gonna break it down. Even Phil Jackson don't even supposed to be above Jerry West. When you think of Phil Jackson, even though Phil Jackson built the Lakers 11 years, I don't know what y'all would consider Phil. If you think of Phil, what you think of the Bulls or you think of the Lakers? And he coached the Lakers a little bit longer. He coached the Bulls. Phil won 610 games with the Lakers. We had a coach Pat Riley won 533 games in 9 seasons. Phil won 610 and 11 seasons with the Lakers. But I'm talking about Jerry West. Now Jerry West put the Lakers on the map. This Laker thing here, this Laker thing, what got that brand popping was Jerry West. Now I'm gonna break it all the way down. Now let's go back. George Mikan, yes, the Lakers won like 5 titles under with George Mikan, but they was playing in Minneapolis. Um, wasn't this the yellow and gold, the purple and gold? It wasn't that. It wasn't Los Angeles. Um, Jerry West, yeah, he won one title, but he was one of the top players in the league. His whole 14, 15 years in the league. He went to the finals maybe like 9 times. He won like one. He made this Laker thing go. He was the start of it. Um, he was the reason why Kareem said, "Hey, I want to play for the Lakers." Not to play Jerry Weston retired, but that legacy that he built, that Lakers and Boston rivalry. Who built the Lakers and Boston rivalry? Jerry West. He was the best player on the Lakers. He built that on the Lakers side, and he made it where the Lakers was the thing, and Kareem wanted to play for the Lakers. Then once Kareem got there, Magic wanted to play for the Lakers. Then they took the Lakers to next level and they kept the train going. Now, let me tell you what type of guy Jerry West is. They called Jerry West to be the head coach of the Lakers. He said, no, I'm not going to be the head coach. I'll be the assistant coach. Let Pat Riley be the head coach. Now, genius. Pat Riley turned out to be a Hall of Fame, one of the best coaches of all time. Now, with the Lakers, Pat Riley coached the Lakers 9 years, went to the I think the finals maybe 7 out the 9. Uh he won the championship 4 times. 4 out of 9, almost half the time, and went to the finals a few times a few times also, maybe like 7, 8. Um the impact. He saw the talent in Pat Riley. Jerry West so you want to say impact? He Pat Riley Showtime Lakers. Him putting Pat Riley in position to be the Laker coach. That's a major impact right there 4 titles for Pat Riley. If Jeanie want to talk about coaching, if you want to put so much emphasis on coaching, okay, Phil won 5 titles with the Lakers. If you want to put emphasis on coach, he recognized that. Boom, right? Jerry West, James Worthy, Byron Scott, these guys there, right? Kobe, yo, the beloved Laker. How he get to the Lakers? Jerry West. How Shaq get to the Lakers? Jerry West. How Phil get to the Lakers? Jerry West. He pulled them strings to get there. And Jerry West, I know he hurt right now because he feel that's like the second, maybe third or fourth time, it's like kind of slap in the face. Phil gets there, and him and Jerry wasn't seeing eye to eye on things. I guess the philosophy, how Phil way of thinking, Jerry West way of thinking. He been in many years. He just stepped down. He ain't caused no friction or nothing. He just stepped down, took off a year, then joined I think Memphis after that. That's what type of guy Jerry West is. And then when the franchise needed him back, they picked Magic to run the team. Jerry West said, I don't have to run. I just want to be a consultant. I just want to come back to the organization. Magic, I don't think Jeanie would have probably had a problem with that. But Magic didn't want to do it because Magic, I could understand a little what Magic saying, but at the end of the day, who cares? It's about winning. But Magic felt that if the Lakers turn around and doing all this and that, Jerry West would have got all the credit. So, like how people saying he got much of the credit for the Warriors winning instead of Bob Myers. So that's why Magic didn't want Jerry West there because he probably got bulk of the credit, but he didn't want West, and West was a little, laid back by that, taken aback by that. Now this, y'all showing this man no respect. Jeanie, you been around long enough. You should know. You saying impact. Let's say the years he been there. So you mean to tell me the years he been there 14, 15 years as a player? The man been there Lakers organization from the 60s all the way to 2000. He been in that organization from the 60s to the 2000. So all that meant nothing what he did. And 3 years with LeBron, they always did won a ring. And I think Yahoo Sports, one of them brought up LeBron's school. That has nothing to do with impact with the Lakers. That had nothing with somebody doing off the court. If it had nothing to do with the Lakers, it has nothing to do with what you're talking about. This is not just a shot at Bron. Even Phil Jackson ain't supposed to be over him. Coaches, yes, they have impact, but the number one thing is always the players first, then the coaches. To me, can you say he has a more impact than Pat Riley? No. Phil don't have more impact than Pat Riley. That Showtime is nothing like that. That Showtime Lakers got Shaq wanting to be a Laker. Got Kobe wanting to be a Laker. Got LeBron and 1,000 other people wanting to be a Laker. Pat Riley did that. That Showtime Laker with the shades, the hair back, the Monty suits. Phil impact wasn't like that. He bumped heads with Shaq and Kobe. Like, he won. Yes, he won. He won 5 out of 11 years. Pat won 4 out of 9 years. But the style of play and the whole Showtime era, Pat Riley has a bigger impact than the Lakers than Phil. And Jerry West has a bigger impact than all of them. Jerry West's impact on the court, so his 14, 15 years to the Lakers meant nothing. That one title, 14, and how many times they went to the finals. The rivalry, he built that rivalry to Celtics, led on them with Magic and Kareem in the 80s, kept that tradition going. The greatest thing in sport, that's not an impact. Jeanie, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You've been around. It's not like you knew it. You're a young girl. You're supposed to know better. And I just hope this thing, y'all guys here need to hit the like button. This thing, because the disrespect needs to stop. And I don't even blame Bron on this, because I know at the end of the day, Bron probably feel like he understand. He understand. When you think of Bron, you think of Cleveland. Bron not going to never be a Laker. It's just what it is. He late in his career, almost 40 years old. He's not going to ever be a Laker. You look at Kobe, you look at Lakers. You think of Jerry West, you think Lakers. You think of James Worthy, you think of Laker. You think of Magic, you think Laker. Like that's just what it is. You gotta protect your own players, man. Don't do that, Jeanie. Braun would have understood if you left him off. He only been there. You only have to. What he gonna want to get traded? He under contract already. Come on, stop it, Jeanie. Come on, yo, guys, y'all need to hit this like button, subscribe. We need this video to go because I want to get to her because we don't need disrespect right now. We don't. Hit the like button, share, subscribe.